Hey guys, it's Antusj, and we're in the Division 2 private beta. Now this is the first 35 minutes or so of gameplay. I'm going to just kind of fast forward some of the parts that don't really matter, like me going through the settings or just running through. Any of the spots where the computer actually talks and everything, I will leave there in case you guys want to watch those opening videos, in case you don't have a beta invite. It did take a little bit to get into the beta, and it kept crashing on me at first. And also, immediately I was disappointed right here that there is no character customization. All you can do is just hit randomize. So I just kept randomizing until I just found someone I was like, it's good enough, whatever. But I'm going to be quiet here because the opening video is going to start, so I'll see you guys after that.
We took things for granted. We expected coffee in the morning. We expected free Wi-Fi. When those were taken from us, we survived. When communications broke down, the trains stopped and the internet went dark, we survived.
But when the pharmacies were looted and hospitals shut down, asthma became lethal. And with no police to protect you, did you own a gun?
Did your neighbor?
Some survived.
We are a resilient species. When our society collapsed, we found ways to go on. And now, for the first time in centuries, what we want is also truly what we need. In the face of disaster, we helped each other.
We built new communities in the ruins of the old. We adapted, we survived, established a new normal. But there are also those who build nothing, create nothing.
Hyenas preying on the weak. They've made our world bleed. But we don't stand alone. A brave few have sworn to protect us and save what remains.
They
unite us.
Remind us that we are one people. They are our shield and our light. But if that light goes out,
who can save us then?
Like every game, you're going to have your boring thing at the very beginning where you got to read everything, kind of see the controls. Already, the game looks way better visually than the first game. But some of the controls are a bit different, and some things I kind of don't like. I do like how, if you notice the health bar there, you then have the white checkers over it, and that's like a bonus shield that they don't have in the first game. In the first game, you just have a health bar. This time you have like a shield and a health bar. As you can see, a lot of stuff is inaccessible at the moment. I pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition, so that's why I clicked that to see if anything from it would pop up, but nothing did. That's just information, so they can try to get you to buy it. And of course, the entire time that you play, it's going to say private beta on the screen there. I think it's a nice change of pace, though, because we're not in the winter anymore. It's definitely like a summertime around here. There's a lot of overgrown. A lot of deers running around too. So immediately when we get in here, as you can see for the mission here, we have to go to the White House immediately. So that's kind of cool that we get to see the White House right off the bat, because obviously that's going to be like a big attraction for being here in DC. So we're going to go ahead and go that way. I'm going to turn the brightness down just a bit because it's actually a little overwhelming on my screen. I know in the video it's not the same as on my TV, but I definitely had to turn that down a bit. Now, I honestly feel like I'm a really bad player. I'm pretty decent on the Division. On this game, I did horrible. The controls right now I mean, the game's only been, you know, on and running for a little while, so I don't expect anything to be like super tight, but it seems like the controls are like way overly loose, because I keep like missing shots, and like my guys' crosshairs will just like move on their own. So it's gonna take you a bit to get used to how janky it kind of is. Yeah, I don't know how well you can tell, but just looking at the video here, I can see where my crosshairs keep like firing back around, and it's just kind of a pain.
I've got a division agent heading north toward the White House. Looks like they've cut down a group of
The disorient seems a whole lot stronger, and it might just be because on Division 1 I'm used to having like full gear set, where I have disorient, like resistance, because right there it was just making me move in one direction on my own when I wasn't moving that way. Like in Division 1, every gear piece you have is going to change, you know, the way you look and all that, so. Let me just fast forward up a bit here into the fight. You can actually see somebody glitching, an enemy that glitches out already. Let me see that enemy that glitches out, and then I'll fast forward through the fight. There's going to be an enemy that climbs up on the right side of me, up on that fence, and when he climbs up, he just like disappears. Of course I get lag. So there's the guy I was going for. I guess I just hit a lag spike, and that's why he disappeared then. Because on my screen, the lag doesn't show up like that. It just skips. And so that guy just like totally disappeared. And also you realize there's no dude up here anymore. So it's kind of weird, but whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward until we're up in the White House. Alright, so as you can see here, we made it to the White House. Looks pretty awesome. Hurries up. There you go. That's pretty awesome. So the White House is actually our base of operations. I think that's kind of cool. It's a good way to incorporate the White House, because otherwise I think a lot of people would just go to it once and then just be like, yep, that's a White House. So we're going to go ahead and go through there. We have the generic stuff to do. As you can see, I skipped that, but if you hit down on the directional pad when you first go to these places, you can actually view the monument like in a kind of a cinematic way. And then you hit down again to exit it, and I didn't realize, and I just kind of doubled it. There's not much to do in here. You just have to hurry up and talk to the person, and then they'll direct you to go ahead and leave. So let's go ahead and fast forward up to that.
This is you. Welcome to DC. I'm Manny. I run comms. I'm guessing the division alert brought you here? Damn glad to see you. Let me show you exactly how screwed we are. Ever since the JTF imploded, the city's become a playground for murderous fuckheads. There are several main factions, and a whole lot of bottom feeders sucking up whatever the big dogs miss. A few civilian settlements are still holding out against all this villainy. They need more help than we've been able to provide, especially since the division network went dark. That's Kelso. She's one of the last surviving agents in DC. She's operating out of the theater settlement on a priority mission. You should go check in with her. If anyone knows how to get these systems back online, it's her. Oh, and introduce yourself to the locals while you're at it. It'll comfort them to know There's a new sheriff in town.
By the way, Agent, head downstairs and check in with the quartermaster. He can get you set up with some division tech. You're gonna need the edge.
Alright, so as you can hear by that there, he's sending us out to the first safe house. It's just that in Division 2, there are no safe houses. They're all been rebranded as settlements. They're pretty much the same. They're a bit bigger. They kind of are more settlement-like, I guess. But it's kind of whatever. As you can see here, there are some new skills. We can't really check them out. Some of them aren't available in beta. I am going to get the drone so you can see some footage of that. But everything else that's new is just not going to be available in the beta. And then there's also perks and stuff. So I'm still trying to figure everything out just as much as anyone else who's playing it is. So getting shed tech apparently boosts your skill or your perks or whatever, and then whatever, you get skill perks that then boost your skills. I'm watching the little video there to see the difference in it. I'll just skip up to that. We'll go ahead and head over toward that settlement. Alright, so I just kind of sped that up to a ×3 there. So we're just kind of looking at stuff. I gotta purchase my skills. Which, one thing that kind of is annoying is you have to use a perk point automatically to unlock a second skill slot, or you can only have one skill slot. As you can see there, that's the entire map. It's actually pretty lame. Like, it's nowhere near as big as the first one. Hopefully they'll expand that or whatever, because it just seems horribly small. So as you can see here, the menu has changed a little bit, but the basic concepts, everything are pretty much the same. I'm just equipped in everything right now and just kind of seeing what new stuff I have. There's a lot more cosmetics. They actually include glasses on there, and then they have the backpack trophies. This thing, these poses, I'm not even sure what they're supposed to do. I tried to view one, and as you can see there, my hand just broke and glitched out hardcore. No idea. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I don't get it, but it's whatever. So we're going to go ahead and leave the White House here, and we're going to work our way over to that settlement. I know it might be a little bit hard to tell with its sped up ×3 speed, but the controls, they are really, really loose. Like, I'm just kind of jumping around. I'm trying not to even move myself, and I'm just... Also, it's hard to get used to these skills because you don't just throw out your little rolly balls and then they just go and blow up like they do in the first game. You have to throw them out, and then you have to hit right bumper again for when you want to use them. And I also can't get the drone to work. The drone just follows me the whole time until it runs out. I tapped left bumper to see if I could get it to go, or even just hit it where it explodes it, and it did nothing. It literally just stayed there, floating around me, doing nothing until time ran out. So I'm not 100% sure how the drones work just yet. I haven't had much playtime with this. Like I said, this is just the first 35 minutes, and this is all I've played so far. Once I get this video up, then I'll go ahead and start working on the next video or getting some more gameplay. So, and it's got to be that I'm just, you know, level 1, level 2, because it seems like I'm getting put down really hard. Like, I don't die, but man, I have to keep ducking down and healing back up. So we're actually really close to the settlement. I'm just kind of killing everybody in the way, just trying to gather some XP. I'm going to have to grind some levels and stuff here off camera. As you can see there, you do have to hold the right directional pad in order to use a med kit. You no longer tap it, you have to hold it the whole time, so that's kind of a pain. I don't know why I was following those guys. I thought they were going to the settlement. I don't know if they just went a side door or what. So, as you can see here, we're in a settlement. It's kind of a weird one because it's just like on the street and in this alleyway and then on the rooftop. But we'll go ahead and climb up. Once you get to these, you'll have a video from every leader who will tell you some, you know, garbage story about their life or whatever. And then they'll give you their little missions, which this one's just going to unlock the one of the two main story missions that we're allowed to do in the beta. And it's supposed to unlock something else after we complete that first story mission. I just haven't got there yet, so once I get there, I'll kind of share that information with you guys. As every other safe house in the first game, there are vendors and everything. You just kind of got to walk around and find them. Right now, this vendor's, you know, he's right there. I heard him, which is how I knew he was a vendor. But their icons will actually pop up on the map after you talk to the main boss. So I'm going to fast forward this up to that last video there so you guys can see what she has to say.
If you're looking for Agent Kelso, she just left. I should have gone with her. But I'd only slow her down. I know you got your own problems to deal with. But them hyena motherfuckers took my little girl. Get to me. If you can help, I'll be on your debt. And I always pay my debts.
Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this video. I just wanted to give you guys an opening, the opening of the beta, show you guys the videos of the little initial stories. There's probably a few more stories and things, and I'll make sure I record those and put those up. I'm going to make some videos basically on everything that we can do in the beta, so I'll have some videos for the 2 story missions, a video for the side missions if I see those, maybe some gameplay of just whatever, and then I'll definitely have some gameplay for how the new Dark Zone works, depending on which Dark Zone is unlocked, since there's supposed to be 3 of them that do different things, and only one of them's unlocked. But as always, if you like the video, then go ahead and like and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the beta so far. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, because I will have a lot of Division 2 beta videos coming out, as well as the game when it full releases. So I'll see you guys next time.